how do you quantify the differences in fairness between groups? Can you actually weigh and aggregate these gaps in practice?
So the best example of how we can do this is the pay gap. Well, obviously there's a difference in average pay between men and women, but what explains it? You can easily set up a simple statistical model where you do compare men and women who have similar numbers of hours of work. We can compare men and women who have similar majors. What you're really doing is you're trying to get an exact match using statistical methods. You can get rid of almost all of the pay gap between men and women with just putting in some really obvious control variables like full-time versus part-time, family status, some married, unmarried, children or no children. Once you find out how it is that men are making all this extra money, you might change your mind and decide that you don't want to make that money. Once you find out, I would have to be willing to move to an undesirable part of the country, or I would have to be in a job where I have to be constantly retooling. Once you learn these things, then you might say, okay, well, now that I understand the trade-offs, I just no longer feel resentful because I realize that on average men are making more money because they're putting up with unpleasant working conditions.